Celebrate with me, the time is free. Don't know what all the bumblebees are going to be. Come to me, look at me, stay with me. Going to the staple store to get some more notebooks, crayons, pencils, highlighters, and protractors for the kids going back to school after highway shuts. We first commence the time of warning people how they can get an education, celebration, association, doing things they can in order to prevent themselves from being in this last days of time. Don't worry about what's going to happen today. Don't worry what's going to happen tomorrow. Take one day at a time, one moment at a time. Don't push your worries to the side. Cast aside your worries and anxieties. Calm your heart. Put it at ease. Man, I'm not just thinking about going back to sipping on drinks. Just want to know what can I do to stop my eyes from going in and out. It looks like they're churching, but they're not really churching. It's a old Swiss rule from the show called The Price is Right. I know you want to do things that are not so tight. Here's a paper clip. I'm holding it up to show you this is a token of appreciation. I'm putting it down so in order for you to know that it's sharp and I know I can play the harp and I just want to get good at what I'm doing. I can become good at what I can become. Promising the stars, dancing in the stars, spend 565 balls each time. Wanna get a fast car like a Chevy Malibu. What can you do to stay away from Malibu? I know I can hang out with a bull, but what can we do in order to go to Applebee's to get some appetizers and entrees? But we all have to jay, we all have to dance around this crazy parade. It's time for us to put it down, put yourself first, and look up to the Lord and tell the Lord that you want to repent. Ask Him to absolve you of all of your sins. Give yourself time to grow, develop, mature, and turn up 12 years a slave. I know it's making you sad, but when you're mad, listen to Neo. And when you're glad, put on that glad commercial on YouTube. You can YouTube it. I know we can get through it. I know we are not just filling in the holes just to cover it up, unless it's a big gap in between. I know it's a rap. I want to put it down, put my mat down, talk to the ladies, give them compliments each time when they're walking in the restaurant. Is part of my conventionality. It's not unconventional, it's conventional. I'm rational. I'm being more eccentric to the point that people want to know more about my presentation. This calls for demonstration of nature, but I want to give you something so you can relate to. But who can you call to know more about eternity? Don't let anybody disturb your serenity. But I'm tired of all this villainous. But what can we do to get through the darkness, the blackness, and also put you on the hit list? But you got to witness. But it's time for show business. Come to me and you can learn more about your own autobiography. And this should be on CD. But what can you do in order to get yourself on a Blu-ray copy? Don't know if I'm going to be a carbon copy. I don't want to copy over anybody. I want to be myself, and nobody compares to you. Just want to know if you can look up to me and say, we did it, we came this far. Success is working out for you. Do it now, and just take that bow and show me how. And look at the clouds and say, I am not on cloud 9. I'm just on cloud 1. I'm just retraining my thoughts and be able to get rid of all of this. So we don't have to be in the jump. But it's time for us to Stop screaming and shouting and crying, lying, defying, denying, and staying fast about insubordination and criticism, and take people as their own person. Don't take me against my will. I don't like to be held against anyone, and that should be part of the Constitution. This constitutes how we should live for what we are doing and persevere. I know it's too unclear, but I'm a little unsteady right now. Just thinking about what we can do right now. It's time to put the jinx down right now. It's time to look up right now. It's time to be you right now. It's time to get into that vehicle and go at your own pace, thinking about the space. Look at my face. I know it's clear. Neutrogena, revitalize the skin. Enter into the gates of thanksgiving and into the courts with praise. Man, sister, give me a raise. I don't know if I'm gonna just misbehave or be on my worst, but this is just a crash course. This is just a series of unfortunate events. But how can we stay content? How can we stay motivated, dedicated, associated with the guests? I'm not talking about the Associated Press because they talk too much nonsense and politics. But I'm sick of all these antics and shenanigans, but doo-wops and hooligans. Wonder will you hear long? You wanna go back to listening to vinyl records and get a Honda Accord like Melissa Ford. But what can we do in order to go back to the car dealership and refinance our premiums? But I know this is time for us to go to the extra extreme and know your limits. But you got to do what your heart tells you to do. That's where your treasure is. Unravel that treasure. Look for that pot of gold. It's sitting under the rainbow. Taste the rainbow like Skittles. You're not little, but just don't be so brittle or fragile. You can do things if magic can make it. Look at Magic Jackson, making it to the Hall of Fame. They know his name and have no shame. He is going to be plastered all over the wall.